All right, shifting our focus here to Sushant Singh Rajput's celebrity manager, Disha Salian, who died years ago, just days before Sushant Singh Rajput had died. Her case is now resurfaced. When reports of Sushant Singh Rajput's death had surfaced, this girl that you see on our screens, Disha Salian, her name was doing the rounds. She was his celebrity manager, and she died, they claim, because it was an accident that she fell off a high-rise building in Mumbai. Now, many had speculated a lot of connections between Sushant's case and her case, but these are all unverified rumors that flooded social media. In fact, at that point, rumors alleged that Shiv Sena UBT leader Aaditya Thackeray and his friends were somehow involved. There was never any substantial evidence that backed these claims, but ultimately this was what was claimed by unverified quarters. Now we see 4 years later, Disha Salian's family has moved the Bombay High Court, demanding a fresh probe into her death. Her father, Satish Salian, has sought an FIR against Aaditya Thackeray and a CBI investigation, alleging that his daughter was raped and murdered. This is what her father says, and says, pointing fingers at Aaditya Thackeray and co., that there was a deliberate political cover-up because they were in power at that point. But let's hear it. Disha Salian's father's lawyer speaks.
जब उनका मौत हुआ, मौत मतलब मर्डर, तो वो के मर्डर के समय इस यहाँ पर गवर्नमेंट थी उद्धव ठाकरे की, तो उन्होंने, आरोपी था उनका बेटा आदित्य ठाकरे, तो उन्होंने, उनकी जो पुलिस अधिकारी थे करप्ट, उन्होंने सब केस को कवर अप किया। 2.5 साल तक उनके सरकार में सब वही विषय रहा। 2.5 साल के बाद में शिंदे साहब का गवर्नमेंट आया, फडणवीस साहब होम मिनिस्टर बने, तब इस मामले में हम ये अभी तुरंत मामला नहीं आया है। वो पूरे हमारे वीडियो इंटरव्यू देखकर दिशा सालियान के पिताजी को समझ में आया कि मुझे बेवकूफ बनाया गया, मुझे गुमराह किया गया, मुझे झूठ बोला गया, मुझे दबाव में रखा गया। ये जो बता रहे ये बात सही है और इसके सपोर्ट में मेरे पास में एविडेंसेस है। फिर वो हमारे पास आए।
Now, Disha Salian's family's plea raises fresh questions about the circumstances surrounding Disha Salian's death. She died on June 8th, 2020, after falling from 14th floor of a high-rise apartment in Malad, Mumbai. While the case was initially closed as accident, this fresh plea raises a lot of questions. The plea alleges that Mumbai police tried to hastily rule her death as accident, disregarding the forensic evidence that was and the eyewitness accounts on this. Meanwhile, Shiv Sena UBT leader Aaditya Thackeray has reacted to it, saying that there were many attempts made in the last 5 years to defame him. This is just another one.
देश की लोकतंत्र को खत्म करना चाहते हैं, उसके खिलाफ लड़ रहे हैं और इसी में मेरी बदनामी की कोशिश पिछले 5 सालों से हो रही है, चलती आई है। अब अगर कोई आज बात कोर्ट में तो कोर्ट पे जवाब देंगे। देखिए, मैं तो लड़ते आया हूँ और अभी भी आप ही के लोगों में हूँ, लोगों के काम में लेके जा रहा हूँ। बात यही है कि बदनामी की कोशिश चलती रहेगी, मेरी लड़ाई इस देश के लिए चलती रहेगी।
ऐसे दिशा सैलियन के फादर ने जो कोर्ट में याचिका दाखिल की है, उस याचिका में उन्होंने क्या बयान किया है उसके बारे में मैं जानकारी ले रहा हूँ। उसकी कॉपी मैंने मंगवाई है और उसी प्रकार ये जो प्रकरण जो चालू हुआ है, राजकीय षड्यंत्र का एक भाग मुझे दिखता है।
Now the controversy has reached Maharashtra Assembly, where MLAs from ruling BJP-led Mahayuti have raised the issue. Let's listen in to what they have to say.
एफिडेविट दिया है कि दिशा सालियन के ऊपर सामूहिक बलात्कार करके उसका खून हुआ है और उसके अंदर उसने आदित्य ठाकरे, सूरज पंचुले, डुइनो मोरिया का नाम दिशा सालियन के पिताजी ने कर लिया है। तो मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि अभी कोर्ट सही डिसीजन लेगा, सो कोर्ट डायरेक्शंस देगा, उसके हिसाब से अभी इंक्वायरी होगी। उसके ऊपर ही हमारे एमएलए अमित चाटम जी ने आज फ्लोर ऑफ द हाउस में वो इशू उठाया, पूरा हिस्ट्री बताया किस तरीके से दिशा सालियन के बारे में जो हुआ है। महाविकास आघाड़ी के गवर्नमेंट के वक्त ये केस हुई थी, किस तरीके से कवर अप किया गया, किस तरीके से सीसीटीवी फुटेज गायब किए गए, किस तरीके से डॉक्टरों के ऊपर दबाव लाया गया।
Shameless gutter level politics of the Bharatiya Janata Party stands exposed. They again want to distract the people of Maharashtra into an issue which was cleared 5 years ago. If we are taking his statement right now, the father's statement, there's also 5 years ago there was father and the mother every single day on every single news channel begging media channels, media agencies to stop discussing and coming up with conspiracy theories. We all know who they're targeting, and they should be worried that if this is the agenda that they are carrying forward in Maharashtra, people of Maharashtra will oust such people.
All right, what we see in Punjab is a crackdown on farmers' protests from the most unlikely quarters. The AAP government in Punjab has used brute force, deployed bulldozers. Punjab police has demolished all their tents. They have removed barricades and cleared key highways that were blocked by farmer protesters for months, in fact, much over a year. The government argues that farmers should take their protest to Delhi against the centre and not in Punjab. Now we see Shambu border and Kanori borders fully cleared up. What's left behind is scattered belongings. What you see there, utensils, LPG cylinders, food supplies that was aiding that protest for nearly over a year. This marks a dramatic end to that farmers' agitation along those areas. The crackdown follows the detention of farmer leaders Jagdeep Singh Dhalewal and Sarwan Singh Pandher in Mohali. Farmers have condemned this eviction. Punjab Finance Minister Harpal Singh Cheema defended the move, citing severe economic losses to the state, saying that this kind of blockage in the state has led to big loss of business. Let's hear it.
जब से ये धरनाबाजी हो रही है, जब से ये किसानी जो अपने मांगों को लेके केंद्र सरकार के खिलाफ एक प्रोटेस्ट कर रहे हैं, हम तो किसान भाइयों को बार-बार रिक्वेस्ट करते हैं कि आप धरना करो, प्रोटेस्ट करो, पर लेकिन नेशनल हाईवे ना रोको। जो देश की लाइफलाइन है, जिससे पूरे पंजाब का व्यापार पूरे देश से जुड़ा हुआ है, उसको खोल दो, एक रास्ता ही खोल दो। पर लेकिन किसान भाई बिल्कुल उन्होंने हमारी मांग नहीं मानी, क्योंकि आम आदमी पार्टी डे वन से किसान के साथ खड़ी है, किसानों की मांग के साथ खड़ी है। हमने बहुत सारे काम जो है पंजाब में किसानों की तरफ के लिए किए हैं।
Now, the Congress has slammed both the BJP and Aam Aadmi Party, calling them two parties that are anti-farmers. They say that these parties are working against the country's food providers. For over a year, the Samyukta Kisan Morcha, a non-political outfit, and the Kisan Mazdoor Morcha had camped at the Shambu and Kanori border points. They demanded for legal MSP guarantees and other agrarian reforms. Of course, the farm laws that they protested against were struck down by the BJP government at that point. Now, highways are cleared up. The future of the protest remains uncertain. MSP guarantee has not yet been given. We're going to wait and watch how this movement will pan out in the days to come.
हमने जी हमारी पहले तो जी मीटिंग हमारे सारे किसान आगू बुला लिए, वहाँ भी सरकार के साथ मीटिंग है, वहाँ से हमारे वहीं किसान अरेस्ट कर लिए इन्होंने। उसके बाद रात को यहाँ बहुत फोर्स ले आई, हमने कहाँ से ले आई, उसके लेके हमारे ऊपर हमला बोलिया, इन्होंने धक्का कराया, हमारा सारा सामान तोड़ दिया इन्होंने, ऐसे ऐसे मार के इन्होंने हमारा ट्रैली तोड़ दिया, ट्रैक्टर तोड़ दिया, हमारा बहुत धक्का करे हमारे से। आप करेंगे अभी यहीं बैठे, हम यहाँ से थोड़ी जाएंगे, अभी यहीं रहेंगे, देखो क्या बनेगा, बोलें कि सरकार क्या करती है हमारे साथ।
All right, Tamil Nadu's TASMAC scandal. Let's say it's some relief for the Tamil Nadu government and a clear setback for the Enforcement Directorate's investigation in the case. Madras High Court has now directed the ED not to proceed further after its recent searches at the state-run liquor retailer TASMAC's headquarters in Chennai. In its oral order, the court has asked the central agency to submit copies of the FIR, the ECIR and other materials that was collected that they relied upon to justify their searches. Now, the matter has been posted for further hearing on the 25th of March. Tamil Nadu government has strongly opposed the ED's action. They argue that ED conducted searches without state's consent and that the raids violate federalism. TASMAC has also alleged that ED has harassed its employees. They've seized digital devices from them. They've harassed women. That's what TASMAC officials claim. And many of them searched their premises for hours, basically derailing business and harassing them in a way. Senior counsel Vikram Chaudhary argued that the ED's actions on its part lacked transparency, violated privacy rights. ED, of course, flatly denied these allegations. The agency claims that they found irregularities worth 1,000 crores, including manipulation of tenders, of unaccounted for cash transactions and kickbacks that officials within TASMAC may have taken. All eyes now on 25th of March. Tamil Nadu elections, as we see, is just around the corner, 2026. The Aam Aadmi Party in Delhi, remember, received a big blow and maybe even a booting out this election, all thanks to the liquor policy scandal. Let's hope Tamil Nadu doesn't go that way.
The BJP state president says that 1,000 crores loss has occurred. I don't know who gave that figure to him. Or he is putting the words in the mouth of ED, we don't know. See, when the entire action seems to be planned by the BJP. That is why BJP is agitating more, not other parties. Even the other opposition parties are not agitating. Only BJP, because it is their game plan. What they had done in Delhi, they want to do here. They think that by arresting the Delhi Chief Minister, they could win Delhi. But they don't know that here it is not possible. People will not accept BJP. Because BJP is totally against the Tamils.
Now in Telangana, the Hyderabad police has taken action against several actors, including Rana Daggubati, Vijay Deverakonda and whatnot. So the action here was taken with regards to betting apps that these actors and many other social media influencers have promoted. The Miapur police have registered cases against 25 celebrities. Prominent figures include Rana Daggubati, Vijay Deverakonda, Prakash Raj, Lakshmi Manchu, Nidhi Agarwal, actors like Shri Mukhi, Varshini and Shri Hanmant. These are the prominent names. They've been booked under IT Act for allegedly promoting betting apps. Additionally, the Panjagatta police have registered cases against 11 social media influencers also, like YouTubers Harsha Sai, actress and actor Vishnu Priya. There was also Jabardast Ritu Chaudhary. This is a YouTube name of hers. Then Tasty Teja and some of the others. In fact, they've been booked under the IT Act of 2008 for promoting betting and whatnot. The actions were taken amid growing criticism of social media promotions for these betting apps. Let's take a quick look. What we know here is that Telangana, unlike few states that allows for betting, has strict rules against betting. Telangana RTC chairman VC Sajanar has urged people to unfollow those who promote such apps. He basically has taken this on himself to say don't follow those stars or influencers who are promoting betting apps because it's a habit and it's bad. Several influencers have now started removing those promotional videos of these betting apps from their platforms as well. They don't want to engage in it further before they face legal proceedings. This is what they're doing, we hear. So, like I did mention, some forms of betting in India is legal. While most forms are illegal, some form is illegal. There's no central law as such that bans online betting altogether. But as mentioned, many states, that includes Telangana, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, have passed strict laws explicitly prohibiting online gambling and betting. Telangana is one such state. The Telangana Gambling Amendment Act of 2017 bans both offline and online gambling. That makes it illegal for anyone to promote any kind of betting apps through advertisements or anywhere else. Now in Karnataka, there's major controversy that's brewing over honey trapping. Imagine Karnataka ministers raising this issue in the assembly, how grave the situation could be. This is State Minister Satish Salian who's raised this point of honey trapping that he says has affected many ministers and across parties. Even in the past, says the BJP also had faced it and now the Congress also faces it. Without naming anyone, Salian has revealed that at least 2 such attempts have been made that he knows in the recent past. Let's hear it.
वो सही है, ट्रैप तो करने की कोशिश किया है मगर कामयाब नहीं हुआ है। ये पहली बार नहीं है कर्नाटक में, 20 साल से हो रहा है। हर पार्टी का इसका विक्टिम है, बीजेपी, जेडीएस, कांग्रेस, ऑफिशियल्स, सीनियर पॉलिटिशियन, सब लोग इसके विक्टिम है। इसके लिए हमने मांग किया, इसका एक कंप्लीट होना चाहिए, उसके आधार पे जांच होना चाहिए।
Now, Salian has further claimed that leaders from multiple parties who have fallen prey to this, so it's a cross-party crisis. He's already discussed the issue with the Chief Minister. He says he's spoken to Home Minister. In fact, Home Minister G. Parmeshwara has responded, stepping in, announcing a high-level probe into honey trapping cases in Karnataka.
I don't know. I come to know only when the department... You see, there may be so many speculations going on, but if I had to say officially, then I had to get information. So I've asked department to give me some information. In this particular case, Hubli rights representatives were given. That was sent to the department, and department sent it to the secretary to place it before the subcommittee. Even if you give me a representation, I will not take a suo motu decision. I will refer it to the cabinet subcommittee, and say cabinet subcommittee, in its wisdom, it will take a decision.
Now, this controversy escalated after BJP MLA V. Sunil made a shocking claim in the assembly, alleging that honey trap factory is operating in the state of Karnataka. He's demanded thorough and fair investigation in this matter. What is honey trapping? Well, it's a deceptive scheme where individuals, often in positions of power, are seduced or blackmailed using intimate exchanges and compromising photographs or videos. It's a well-known espionage and political tool that can destroy reputation and careers, even bring down governments at times. Now, with this matter being raised in the state legislature, implications could be serious. Politicians are being blackmailed. The question is then who's pulling the strings here? Who really benefits from this kind of honey trapping?
आरोप किया हुआ आम आदमी नहीं है, पत्रकार आरोप किया नहीं, आम आदमी आरोप किया नहीं, आरोप किया है वरिष्ठ नेता है, कांग्रेस सरकार का मिनिस्टर है. उसके वजह से सीरियसली जांच होना. सीएम को आग्रह करना चाहता हूं, आप जांच करने के लिए एक स्पेशल स्क्वाड गठित करिए, गठित करके जांच करना. कौन इन्वेस्ट कर रहा है, किसके वजह से कर रहा है, पूरा जांच होना. किंग पिन कौन है.
All right. Siddaramaiah, the Chief Minister of Karnataka, is being criticized for using his chopper a little too often and raking up a bill that could be too expensive. BJP very quick to condemn this. Let me take you through the story. Political storm that's brewing over Siddaramaiah's helicopter expenses, a report of which that's come out where numbers are eye-popping. Documents tabled in the Karnataka Assembly reveal that CM's chopper rides with a heavy taxpayer cost. 31 crores in just 2 years that's being spent on that chopper. 12.65 crores in 2023-24 and 19.35 crores in the financial year up to January 15th. That's a big amount. What's raising eyebrows here is that CM even took helicopters to nearby locations like Mysuru, which is just about an hour and a half drive from Bengaluru. And that one trip from Bengaluru to Mysuru cost him 10.8 lakhs. So this doesn't stop here, as part of that report. And remember, these are also allegations that's now being aligned by the BJP. They're meeting with the governor, asking for action to be taken. So they're highlighting this very clearly, how Siddaramaiah is using chartered flights to go to Delhi, to Chennai, and multiple cities where there are several commercial flights that go in by the hour. Charter flight to Delhi alone costs 44 lakhs, while a business class ticket at max could cost you 70,000. The BJP has pounced on this controversy. Leader Rajiv Chandrasekhar accusing the Karnataka government of lavish spending while neglecting farmers' infrastructure. Now, let's take a quick look. There you have it, those Twitter messages, X platform, where BJP has put out their grievances and raising concerns of how this is exorbitant. And while actual farmers are struggling without expenses being given, infrastructure not being improved for them, here is Siddaramaiah, a Hinda leader, a Hinda face, who's enjoying these perks. That's what the BJP has accused him of. But Ramlinga Reddy was quick to fire back at the BJP. Karnataka Minister Ramlinga Reddy, in his defense, he says all CMs of all states use helicopters. It's nothing new. In fact, what he says is, even if there are flights to areas, suppose to Mangaluru or Hubli, it's a time constraint that matters because chief ministers are very busy and they've got to get there at the earliest. And then Ramlinga Reddy also raised a point, asking Prime Minister Modi's aircraft cost 8,000 crores. Why is there no voice being raised against that? Rajnath Singh, Defence Minister, Home Minister Amit Shah also have special flights. Then why target Karnataka Chief Minister Siddaramaiah? All right, in a shocking murder case, just after a day when a merchant navy was murdered, officer was murdered in Meerut, Uttar Pradesh, by his own wife and her lover. Here's a similar case that's now occurred in Rajasthan's Jaipur. And it's been caught on CCTV camera where you see the couple there riding away with the body of that lady's husband. They've hacked him to death and they were riding through a market area with the body. The husband was allegedly strangulated and his body was taken to a forest area on that bike and set on fire. This is a chilling footage that shows the two of them, the lover and the wife, carrying that body, the corpse, to the forest. This crime was quickly uncovered. Both the wife and the lover have been arrested. The DCP South Jaipur said that they found the body in Mohana on March 16th. His 42-year-old wife, this is a lady here, the accused, who's killed her husband with her lover, this man, Gopala Devi, with Deen Dayal, the name of her lover. Both of them managed to pull this off with such ease, hoping that they wouldn't get caught. But this is a clear, in fact, what we see here, this case itself shows how naive many of the criminals are, assuming that cops will not be able to backtrack. But of course, they have the best of technology here today. Police across the country here are well equipped to find out who the culprit is, and that's exactly what they've done. They've gotten to this couple here and cracked down on this case barely 24 hours.
शाम को दोपहर बाद एक सूचना मिली थी कि एक आधी जली हुई डेड बॉडी मोहाना थाना क्षेत्र में मेन सड़क से थोड़ी दूरी पर ढलान के ऊपर पड़ी हुई है, जिस पर तुरंत मौके पर एसपी मानसरोवर और एसएचओ मोहाना के पहुंचे। मौके के जो अलामत थे वो कुछ इस तरह से थे कि ऐसा लग रहा था कि किसी ने इस व्यक्ति को, जो मृतक है, उसकी हत्या करके और डेड बॉडी को सबूत मिटाने के लिहाज से जला करके एक कट्टे में डाल के, और काफी हद तक डेड बॉडी जली हुई थी, उसको वहां डंप किया हुआ था। एक ही रॉड से मृतक के सिर पर वार किया, जिस कारण से वो बेहोश हो गया और संभवतः मौके पर उसकी मृत्यु हो गई।
So is Trump the unexpected peacemaker? In a surprising development, US President Donald Trump and Ukraine President Volodymyr Zelensky, remember the same two people who had that heated exchange at the Oval Office, have now finally come to a consensus and they've agreed to work together to bring peace in the Russia-Ukraine war. Could Donald Trump really be the man to bring an end to this most volatile war and conflict that's brewing for over 2 years? Let's have a look.
Freed Ukrainian prisoners of war celebrated on Wednesday after Russia and Ukraine each agreed to release 175 captured troops. Moscow said it freed an additional 22 wounded Ukrainians as a goodwill gesture, following a phone call between U.S. President Donald Trump and Russian President Vladimir Putin. But just hours after that call, in which a deal was reached to pause attacks on energy infrastructure, both Russia and Ukraine accused each other of violating the new agreement. Moscow said Ukraine hit an oil depot in southern Russia, while Kyiv said Russia had struck hospitals and homes and knocked out power to some of its railways. This all came on the same day that Trump had a phone call with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky that Trump described as very good. Before their conversation, Zelensky said Moscow's continued attacks showed its words did not match its actions, and that Russia was not ready for peace. He also said that the United States should be in charge of monitoring any ceasefire.
You're in no position to dictate what we're going to feel.
The hour-long call on Wednesday between Trump and Zelensky was their first conversation since an Oval Office meeting descended into a shouting match in late February.
Intelligence sharing in terms of defense for Ukraine will continue to be shared.
Later, White House spokesperson Caroline Leavitt said Zelensky asked Trump for additional air defense support, and that Trump said he would help locate the equipment in Europe. She also said Trump has moved beyond a previously negotiated U.S.-Ukraine minerals deal.
We've moved beyond just the economic minerals deal framework, and we're looking at a lasting ceasefire. Right now, we're at a partial ceasefire. But again, the president is sending his highly skilled, intelligent, and experienced team to Saudi Arabia later this week to continue fighting for peace in this conflict.
Trump has long promised to end Europe's deadliest conflict since World War II. But his outreach to Putin has unnerved European allies, who fear it heralds a fundamental shift after 80 years in which defending Europe from Russian expansionism was the core mission of U.S. foreign policy.